Have you ever wanted to be the star of your own episode of This Is Your Life? Well, thanks to a new service, you can be. Playback winds back your years through audio recordings.
It's the new family album sharing your story with generations to come.
I'm known by various names. It could be Beryl, of course, Mum, Mama.
Beryl can't wait to leave a gift for her family.
How do you feel about your life being documented in this way?
Well, I feel very honoured in a sense that anybody's interested.
We're recording in your living room today. How old are you?
I'm 90, Heath.
Wow. And how does
Just turned 90.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
How does that make you feel?
Well, it doesn't make me feel old. I can still remember just being a young girl growing up in the eastern suburbs. And yeah, it's just gone by so quickly.
Beryl's family want to remember their mother beyond the traditional album.
Can you recall a happy or funny moment from your childhood with your siblings growing up where you did?
I found this gun on the top of the wardrobe in my bedroom, left there by an uncle. Of course, playing cowboys and Indians, I thought this would be great to have a real gun rather than my toy gun. Fortunately, the gun was so heavy that I fired it into the ground rather than into any of my friends.
Beryl lost her husband too young and is still grieving his loss.
What's the one thing that you miss the most about your late husband?
It's a very difficult question. Never gets easier. I still miss him as if it was only yesterday.
Heath, the founder of Playback, says everyone's story deserves to be told.
With these stories, I guess I want them in a beautiful interview audio art package to live beyond the physical form.
Wow, what a powerful, powerful thing. And Heath Piper, the founder of Playback, joins us right now. Just amazing to hear that story alone. But you are going to be a very busy person because there are so many families that would love to do this. What inspired you? Why did you do Playback? Why have you invented it?
Well, good morning. I was in broadcasting for 20 years with my best mate. We had a radio show and I learned how to interview there, but I showed my 5-year-old son a picture of my pa, and my pa was such a life-affirming, positive, articulate storyteller, but I just couldn't remember those stories to regale to my son, and I guess that's what I can do for you and your family. I am the expert at interviewing the matriarch or patriarch in families to capture their story and their wisdom forever to play back.
Heath, you've got the best job in the world, haven't you?
It's lovely to sit down with these people, these elderly people, over a cup of tea and just hear their stories. And I don't know whether it's because I'm an outsider looking in and asking new questions of old family stories, or it's because I'm sending the questions before the interview to the elderly person so they can be considered in their responses before the interview and their stories. But as you just heard, the stories are profound, engaging, meaningful, like 90-year-old Bertie there, losing her faith and her husband on the very same day. I guess this really is the modern day memoir in a way.
I mean, it's so hard to have a conversation with some of the closest people because there's this assumed knowledge that you know the stories, you know the backstory, but you don't often a lot of the time. Now, for most families, this is priceless, but it does come with a price tag. How much?
Well, I realised very early on, Matt, the responsibility I have in getting these interviews right. Not only for the elderly person, because it's a showcase of their life. I want them to be proud of their story. I want to show the guest, the elderly person of 70, 80, 90 years at their best. But, you know, $1,500 plus GST allows me the time to give to the project, the audio art project, and you can check out some of my work. I guess the best context for it to hear some of the interviews, and what it is I do is playbackinterviews.com.au.
Sounds like a good gift.
Heath, I think this is absolutely wonderful. So often we lose those stories when a person passes, or we don't know about that until the funeral. So, this is just the most marvellous gift that you are giving. Thank you so much for being with us.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Cheers.